Hello, welcome to the last round. We are gonna keep this hand. It's again another greedy keep. But I mean, we do have Zero Suns, opponent mulligan to 6. If it's not like the aggro deck, then we should be fine. Apparently, he's the other green player. Or another green player. I think there's multiple of them, but Umazawajit usually good against green players. Given that, you know, he can't have Rafalas, so that's always good for me. Turns out he's green-white. Green-white usually means they're somewhat of an aggro player. We'll play Farseek over Sphere Suns because Sphere has limited charge, plus Farseek thins our deck a little bit. And then next turn Sphere, hope to draw land somewhere and then slam Wormcall. Maybe, but if my opponent has Banishing Light, Oblivion Ring, like we never saw those wheel anyway, so he might as well have him. And Stomping Grounds, huh? So it doesn't take the damage here, which surprises me a little bit, but doesn't really matter that much. Like, it would make sense that he takes the damage and then levels it up. Like, I'm not applying any pressure to him, so I would do so. I'm also gonna cast a Jit. I don't see why not. He's never gonna have 5 mana next turn unless he plays Mox Diamond. And I might as well get Jit out of the way and already in play. So yeah, level this up, then what? Let's see what it does first. Like, I would level this up anytime, but you know, it's eventually gonna die to Jit, so it's gonna take away mana. And I would definitely take in 2 damage previous turn to level this up. Like, I was not doing anything, and having the extra 2 mana right now might have made the difference because he would have been able to make a 6 drop. Now he just, you know, has a 4 drop, which obviously isn't the same. Chat, of course, still bugging out. It always does this. Boom boom. I can't conceive that this is a hard spot for my opponent to be in. About what to cast and what not to cast. Silverblade Paladin, sure. So he shouldn't soulbound, and probably soulbounds with the next creature that he's getting. No, it does soulbound, which usually means he doesn't have much else, right? Like, why would you soulbound there? So let's cast the Wolf here. What am I saying? Let's cast the Wormcall Engine. So we could have Banisher Priest, he could have what else does this guy have? Banisher Priest, Banishing Light, Oblivion Ring. I don't know. I don't know anymore. It really doesn't matter. He either has removal or doesn't. The problem is that there's a bunch of removal in white that removes this from game instead of destroying it, and actually want it somewhat to be destroyed. I'd prefer it still being alive, but you can't always get what you want. This is going for the attack. Does not attack. I think we keep and then smash. See if he has removal or not. Could definitely have the removal, but there's no way for me to play around it. If he has like sacrifice an attacking creature. He has something. Maybe like Char on the Wormcall and block. sorry for the interruption. So we did have a chord, so it does have an answer against the worm call, but given that he spends a bunch of mana and resources for it, basically an entire turn, he will still be left against 2 tokens. Plus, we can drop the Coral Helm Commander. I think we dropped the Coral Helm Commander and then leveled it up. Like, there's no need for us to get cheat counters in a block. We might as well do this. And then next turn, if we can drop Bident and start drawing cards as well. So we're definitely in the lead here. This doesn't actually do anything to me. He only has 3 cards, one of which he just drew, and he just used Court, which is probably one of his better cards in his deck because it can find anything. Linvala, sure, make sure that this doesn't do anything, but given that I have Wolfir, big deal. I mean, I can level this up. Put Wolfir on this, plus Jitan, swinging, being monsters. What is this? 2 green. Eternal Witness. Get back the Pride Mage, I guess. So want to Sakashima student the Witness, then get back into Jit. Because it's very likely he'll kill Jit. Don't think there's a profitable attack for him. There's not. Drawing a land is a-okay. We Wolfir this. Okay. Yes. On this. Kip. Swing for 6. Dot, he's gonna block with Linvala. Then I think we kill Tree Speaker right now. I mean, just deny him some mana. There's no point in killing the Witness because we wanna use Sakashima Student on the Witness to get back Jit. Because very likely he'll use that on the Jit because Jit is just wrecking his face here because he's a creature deck. Although this does enough, right? Like, cause Ollie Pride Mage here, sure. You can Soul Bond, whatever. Wouldn't be the correct choice. But that does not mean my opponent doesn't do it. He does Soul Bond there. Seems pretty weird given that you're gonna sacrifice this on a Jit anyway. Watery Grave. Well, that's a surprise. Yeah, let's play the Titans. I should have attacked for nah. I mean, now what does it do, right? Just attack with this, because we can force him to attack with everything next turn. And then we just start eating things up. Kill the Jits, that's fine. I'll draw a card. Bring him down to 6. Bam! Yes. Get an island, but that doesn't matter. So we force him to attack. Eat everything up. Well, eat 2 things up, and then smash his face for lethal. Yeah, Bident, I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. Like, I wanted to try it out, but it's just worse, especially in this color combination in the 2-2. And the extra effect of letting your opponent's creatures attack doesn't seem to be that relevant in Cube, I think. It's also a bit overcosted. I think 4 mana is too expensive. If it was 3 mana, maybe then. but like a 2/2 creature does the very same thing. Maybe they had to keep in mind standard, given that Mono Blue Devotion with Master of Waves was actually pretty good. But I don't think they play Bident. Not 100% sure about that, but I don't think they do. 4 mana, Plow Under on 2 lands, so let's use this first. And then what are you gonna do, bro? So I'll put 2 cards away. Yep. So my opponent is an aggro deck. Crafted War Gear seems pretty strong, but not necessary. Repeal seems okay, but not necessary. I think our deck is good enough against this. We do have Jets, and he has a single answer against it. That we've seen. He could have more, but we've seen a single answer. I'm just curious why he plays Watery Like the red, he could have Huntmaster, blah blah blah. But Watery Grave? I mean, seeing that coming out was like, oh, what the hell is going on here? So yeah, this hand is obviously fine, so we'll keep this. I'm still not convinced about this either. Like, you need to have another creature in play before. Now it always draws a single card, but usually want to have more creatures in play. So I was like, he's putting cards on the bottom, but yeah, that's obviously the effect of this. You have to put them on the bottom. So that it doesn't really do much. Let's look at the graveyards. Scavenging Ooze, really good against his Eternal Witness as well. So it doesn't have anything here. Again, that's the second time in a row. Preordain comes a turn too late, but that's fine. We can use it later on. If he had Mana Tide there, would have been brutal. Obviously he does not have it. Interesting. So there's a red this time. So let's attack. Guy doesn't do anything. Guy doesn't do much, to be honest. Does not have a 3-drop. Maybe I could have like Pestermited him. Like if he does not have 4-drop, I'll just Pestermite on his upkeep. So he does run black for a reason. Yeah, I think we preordain and Pestermite him. Put on top, put on bottom. Put a stop on his upkeep. Swing. On his upkeep, we play Pestermite. Tapped on the summit, I think. Although it's pretty weird to do this because we usually want to cut him in one of his mana sources. But I mean, we have no clue why he runs black, to be honest. GS Cradle does nothing. Now we can just cast Jit, keep it on the troll. There's no way he can stop the troll, so he can have removal for Jit, yeah, sure. And this is downside of bringing in reactive cards, right? So you have the Naturalize for the Jit, but it's no big deal. Like unless the guy here has some kind of mass AoE, which I just played into. Yeah, figured. So pretty quick round 3. We go 2-1. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the next one.